Howdy folks, thanks for tuning in again. Another quick story here. So the last video, I recently had to bury a buddy of mine. Wasn't a surprise. This guy was 96 years old, and up till I think this year, maybe last year, lived by himself. Up till the year before last, he drove himself everywhere. He did his own grocery shopping sometimes. He was at church every Sunday, would drive himself out to Sunday afternoon dinner. I remember hanging out with this guy with some mutual friends when I lived over that way, and we would go to Cracker Barrel every Friday night for fish fry. Friday at Cracker Barrel, excellent dinner. If you haven't had it, they have cod and catfish. I have no idea which one's better, but they're both delicious. And we would go there, and I'd always show up a couple minutes early, because I was always, if you ain't early or late, and I knew what everyone drove, so I'd hang out in the parking lot. Me and one buddy would get there about the same time. He had a young son, and so we would all hang out in the parking lot, and we go, well, where's Mr. Ed? And because we always met up 6 o'clock Friday. That was the rule. 6 o'clock Friday, you be in the Cracker Barrel parking lot if you ain't got to work. Okay, I can do that. His Crown Victoria would come rolling in the parking lot at 6 p.m. on the dot every time, and it would be in the parking spot parked, and he would open his door at 6 p.m. Not a minute before, not a minute after, 6 p.m. on the money. Great guy. World War II veteran, stayed in the Army for 24, 26 years. I don't remember that specifically. Was a tanker in World War I, World War II, POW, got out, managed to do a couple more tours of duty after he got rehabilitated. Was over in Korea after action there as military police. He was in Germany for military police. He got out in like 65, I think. 68. Anyway, just a fantastic gentleman, pillar in his church, cleaned the church for years. He was up on ladders cleaning ductwork in his 80s. He just refused to get sedentary, and that's probably why he lived forever. He'd go out. He had friends all over town, people that knew him. He was buried with full military honors. Just a fantastic guy. So I'm going to miss him. I haven't seen him recently, but he's still just a great guy. You could go over and talk to him if you wanted to. If I went over and knocked on his door, if he was still here and in decent health, oh, come on in, I got some coffee, and you want to sit down and talk, we'll pray. I was just reading the Bible. Just a fantastic old gentleman. Got to tell you a funny story. He was in World War II. He was a tanker. He was a tank commander. Worked his way up there. Well, I don't know the specifics of how this ended up coming to pass, but they ended up behind enemy lines at night in their tank. So they're just trying to blend in with their surroundings as much as you can in a tank and wait out till morning, and then hightail it back to friendly territory. Well, they hear movement in the woods around the tank. A little scary. They don't hear voices, but they hear leaves and twigs and branches moving, and so they're really antsy. They don't want to light them up because they don't want to get spotted in the event that there's more people around them, just those stalking the tank. So he gives the order, light them up. All the guns on this tank come to life for several seconds, I'd imagine. They stop. They don't hear anything after the echoes settle. We got them all. Good, we're safe. Well, the following morning, when they're getting ready to leave, they get out and realize that they were nearly ambushed by a herd of cattle. All of them were dead. So, this gentleman, when he got blown out of his tank, was captured by German infantry, put in Stalag 3, I believe, maybe Stalag 7, don't hold me to it on that. I heard a couple conflicting reports yesterday at the funeral. but he, when he got out, he weighed 98 pounds. He ran, jumped in a tank, and he said, "Where's your rations? I'm hungry." And he almost killed himself because he ate an entire can of pork and beans. And he weighed 98 or 89 pounds as a full-grown man. Very frail. He bloated up, was in the hospital for several months getting better. And then he did some more tours as military police in Germany. So, you know, I know death is a natural thing, but good golly, the world was a better place with Mr. Ed around. He was just an outstanding man. Outstanding guy. He was one of the most gentle people I know, and that's astounding to me considering he had seen so much and dealt with so much. So anyway, that's what I got for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Support the troops. You don't have to support the mission. You don't have to support the commander-in-chief that sends them on the mission, but those guys signed up or got drafted to do a lot of things that they would have rather not done. And I heard a quote recently that no one hates war more than soldiers. So y'all have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Catch y'all next time.